episode 67. Today we are going to take a deep look at the power chord. Now, if ever there was a musical metaphor that is all the things in a guitar and in guitar rock and in learning the guitar that generates excitement, that generates the kind of danger, all the cool stuff that is in guitar, that when I was a kid, it is the power chord. So what is the power chord? How are we going to put it into our playing? That's what we're going to discuss today. So first of all, if we had a definition of a power chord, we have, these are our bigger chords, which are our open chords or our bar chords. Now the power chord version of that is only the two bottom notes of that. This is what is referred to as the root note. This is referred to the fifth. So the two of those notes together is what is called a power chord. So that is the sound of rock and roll. That is the sound of punk rock. That is the underground garage movement of the 1960s, the proto-punk, the MC5, the Johnny Rotten, not really, but Sex Pistols, the Ramones, all of that, even 80s pop music, all of that has the power chord in it. So, so basically, this has a history. This power chord thing has a history. It is, as I said, a root and a fifth. But you can root it off of any note. And unlike normal chords, which you can't sing that chord, it takes three people to sing that chord. If I were to go like this, that would be da da da. It's singable. Okay, the power chord riffs, power chord progressions are singable, so that it is an easy on for getting into your training and guitar playing. And tons and tons of rock riffs have this. So the root and the fifth, they call that in music theory the perfect fifth interval. So in rock and roll mythology, is like you learn a couple power chords and then you're ready to start your band, and that's what I love about the power chord. It is the sound of what I wanted to hear when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. Okay, so what are we going to do in order to play this power chord? And we're gonna talk about. I'm going to give you a 4-step process to put the power chord into your playing. First things first, when you're playing power chords, learn your open power chords. When I say that, we're always cognizant of the kind of the E, and then the A, and then the D. We can make those 3-note power chords. But the one that we often forget is what I call the Malcolm Young G chord. That's a G power chord. So that is an open power chord. You want to get those down. You want to get those down. And then the other thing you want to get down is understand that these power chords are movable anywhere up and down the neck. So I could. All right. So the first step is just to get the mechanics of the thing down, and you want to learn the names of your notes on the power chords. Okay. You want to learn the names of your notes on your E string, your A string, and your D string, because those are the strings that we have power chords in. So anyway, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to listen to as much music as you can. And I say this, a lot of times what people do is they only listen to one band or two bands. My advice is to listen to everything, anything that your ears can tear apart and figure out, and these could be lessons. These are also lessons in the virtual academy in my guitar collective. Lots of songs that have power chords and riffs that have power chords and different things we can do with riffs. Like heavy metal approaches power chords differently than punk rock. But I would learn both, and I would learn pop. I would learn everything I can about power chords, because it's not an exhaustive list. You can get through it, but it's like, how do metal guys use it? How do punk rock, how do pop guys use it? Garage rock. Listen to all of that music that has rhythm. Play along with it. Try to learn it by ear. Some of that by ear. So the next thing, once you get all this done, and you get like 100 songs or whatever, 200, I don't know how many songs. Lots of songs. Learn lots and lots of songs that have power chords. So lots of songs that have power chords. Then you want to learn a little bit about the music theory, like major keys, minor keys, and then you have the dominant keys, which are blues keys. Okay, so your major keys are like punk rock and pop music, and then your minor keys are a lot of heavy metal is in minor keys. Okay, so you want to learn the three different types of tonality, how the things work. Learn about learn the riffs of your favorite bands that use power chords. There's tons of riffs, like tons and tons of riffs that you have. That all this stuff is a lot of fun. Lastly, once you get all kind of a grip on that, then you want to make it your own. Step 4 is to repurpose and create. Start your bands, write your songs, play your different arrangements. Continue learning, continue listening, continue stealing. So power chords in major keys, power chords in minor keys. Learn to sing over top of a power chord progression. Like if you're in a punk or in a pop position, you would be playing songs that you're going to be singing in the catchy melody over top of a power chording progression. All right. All of this is great fun. So the power chord, get an amplifier that has a good distortion, which isn't hard to find these days, because it's a need for any major amplifier that we have. It's been a need for like the last 50 years, but so that lesson for another day. So anyway, this is Rod, Boomer Guitar Sessions, episode 67, and I appreciate you, and I hope you form bands, write songs, play shows, learn your power chord riffs, put the needle to the groove, and figure out the stuff that is on your favorite records. And above all, enjoy the process. I'll see you later. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can do this.